Do you believe the Ford Escort Mk1 was just another family vehicle? Rethink your thought. The majority of car enthusiasts are unaware of the wealth of information hidden beneath that modest exterior. We're talking sleeper delivery trucks, Formula 2 racing engines, and even ridiculous water tank rallying. This vehicle was designed to dominate everything from gravel rally stages to peaceful backroads. It wasn't just a vehicle to get you from point A to point B. The Mk1 Escort became a symbol for a reason, thanks to its unique combination of outstanding design, strong performance, and vintage charm. We're uncovering 8 amazing facts in this video that show this straightforward classic was full of surprises. Get ready for an adventure through one of Ford's most underappreciated legends. Regardless of whether you've been a fan for a lifetime or are just now becoming aware of it. Number 1. A formula to heart was hidden by the RS1600. The RS1600 appears to be nothing more than a sportier Escort at first glance. However, beneath the hood, an important piece of racing technology, it had an aluminum head, 4 valves per cylinder, dual overhead cams, and a Cosworth BDA engine, which was first developed for Formula 2 racing. It produced up to 120 horsepower in stock form, but tuners were able to significantly increase that. The best of all, Ford's Aveo performance plant produced a large number of these engines by hand. This wasn't just impressive for the early 70s, it was borderline insane for a road car. The BDA engine's screaming redline and aggressive power delivery made it a favorite among rally drivers. It was lightweight, quick, and had incredible balance, giving it an edge on twisty backroads and gravel tracks alike. What looked like a modest coupe was secretly eating high-performance cars for breakfast. The RS1600 didn't just drive, it attacked the road. Number 2. The van of Escorts was the best sleeper. Although the Escort van was designed for deliveries and carrying tools, astute drivers managed to transform it into a true street weapon. Its low weight and rear-wheel drive layout made it the perfect platform for performance upgrades. Some owners went as far as swapping in engines from sportier Escort models like the 1300 GT, or even the RS1600 from the outside. They looked plain and forgettable, but under the bonnet, they were built to shock. In classic Ford circles, they quickly earned the nickname sleeper cars. Mechanics, rally crews, and delivery drivers loved them for one reason: stealth. You could pull up next to a flashier car at a light, and they'd never expect what was about to happen. Their boxy workhorse design helped them fly under the radar while packing serious punch under the hood. Many were modded on a budget, using parts swapped from scrapped performance Escorts. Today, well-preserved or modified Escort vans are rare and highly sought after. They're proof that sometimes, the most unassuming car on the road is also the most dangerous. Number 3. A few rally cars doused the tires with water here. A strange but brilliant trick. In some rally-spec Escort Mk1 South, the rear seats weren't just removed for weight reduction, they were replaced with water tanks. But these weren't for cooling the engine. Instead, the tanks were hooked up to a system that sprayed water directly onto the rear tires during dry gravel stages. Why? To boost grip and control when things got loose and dusty. This sneaky system helped reduce tire temperature and increased traction just enough to shave seconds off stage times, and in rallying, every second counts. It was the kind of outside-the-box thinking that gave the Mk1 Escort its edge on the toughest terrains. Engineers and drivers were always looking for small performance advantages, and this was a clever low-cost way to get one. Imagine blasting through a forest stage with mist spraying out of your rear arches, pure rally magic. It's details like this that helped make the Mk1 an icon of rally history. Number 4. The windshield cleaners were foot-power red toe. Clear your windshield in a modern car. You press a button. But you had to earn it with early Mk1 Escorts. Base models sprayed washer fluid using a rubber foot pump or a small squeeze bulb on the dash in place of an electronic pump. It was very manual and outdated, but in a way, it was cute. Drivers needed to time it perfectly, particularly when driving through mud or on a rally stage. Number 5. The twin camera was the love child of Ford and Lotus. BO2CO2, Ford and Lotus collaborated to create the Escort Twincam in 1968. The Lotus Eland's 1.6L Twincam engine, which produced just over 100 horsepower, was located beneath the bonnet. Ford upgraded the body shell, suspension, and brakes to handle the increased torque. The outcome? It was a dull-looking light, sharp-handling car that drove like a real sports machine. Legends like the 1,600 rupees and Mexico models were made possible by it. Number 6. Your foot controlled the headlights. A tiny button on the floor of early Mk1 Escorts allowed users to switch between high and low beam headlights, which is a true throwback. It allowed drivers to dip or flash their lights without taking their hands off the steering wheel because it was located right next to the clutch. Although it seems absurd now, it was a sensible and secure design in those days, particularly for nighttime travel on rural roads. Number 7. Ford nearly installed a rotating engine. Yes, it is accurate. Ford experimented with equipping the Escort with a rotary Windshield engine in the late 1960s. A few prototypes were actually constructed and tested after being inspired by Mazda's eye-catching concepts. It's funny to think of what the Escort Mk1 might have looked like with a high-revving rotary engine under the hood. But the plan was shelved because of concerns about durability and fuel economy. A crazy what-if in the history of Ford. Number 8. There was no standard clock. Do you really believe that a dashboard clock is a standard feature? In the Mk1 Escort, no. The clock was actually an optional accessory on base models. Ford replaced it with a blanking plate if you didn't pay for it. This method also applied to other components. Hand-cranked windows were commonplace. However, the Mk1's simplicity, affordability, and ease of repair were what made it so endearing. Nothing was there unless you truly needed it, and everything was built with a purpose. The Ford Escort Mk1 was a statement rather than just another vintage car. It stood out in a time of practicality by subtly providing performance and individuality, and it was full of race-bred technology, quirky concepts, and timeless charm. The Mk1 serves as a reminder of the beauty of simplicity in the era of computerized everything and digital dashboards. It was a car that had something for everyone, and then some, from its rally origins to its more basic workhorse versions. We would be interested in knowing if any of these secrets surprised you, or if you have any personal memories of the Mk1. Remember to subscribe, like, and share for more in-depth looks at cars. Keep the engines roaring and the classics alive. Until the next time.